Hello, dear listener. Welcome to this quiet space, as the day gently fades and the soft embrace of night begins to settle around us. Tonight, we journey into a realm of profound connection, a science that whispers tales of belonging and intricate dances of life. We will explore the beautiful, sprawling concept of ecology. Close your eyes, if you feel comfortable, or simply soften your gaze. Let your breath become a gentle tide, rising and falling, slow and steady. Allow the sounds of the world outside to recede, as we drift into a contemplation of our shared home, our oikos. The very word, ecology, carries within it this deep resonance of home. It flows from ancient Greek, from oikos, meaning house or home, and logia, the study of. So, at its very heart, ecology is the study of our home. Not just our immediate dwelling, but the vast, living, breathing home that encompasses every creature, every plant, every whisper of wind, every ripple of water on this planet. It is the natural science that seeks to understand the delicate, intricate, and often astonishing relationships among all living organisms and their environment. Imagine, for a moment, the quiet wisdom held within the ancient trees of a forest. Each leaf, each branch, each root reaching into the earth, is not an isolated entity. It is part of a grand conversation, a continuous exchange of energy and information. Ecology invites us to listen to this conversation, to perceive the invisible threads that tie everything together. This vast study considers life at so many beautiful, nested levels. Like looking at a painting, first seeing the whole canvas, then the main figures, then the brushstrokes, and finally the individual pigments. Ecology does the same, beginning with the individual organism, perhaps a tiny beetle, meticulously making its way across a blade of grass, or a solitary owl, silhouetted against the twilight sky. Each individual is a marvel, a unique expression of life. But no individual exists in true isolation. From the individual, we expand our view to the population, a group of these same creatures, perhaps a gathering of fireflies twinkling in a summer meadow, their silent signals weaving a tapestry of light. Then, we observe the community, where different populations coexist and interact, the fireflies dancing amidst the cricket's song, the soft rustle of leaves where deer might browse, the silent roots of trees intertwining with mycelial networks below the soil. It is a shared existence, a collective hum of being. And from these communities, we ascend to the ecosystem. This is where the living, the biotic components, our fireflies, our crickets, our trees, begin their dynamic interaction with the non-living, the abiotic elements of their environment. The gentle rain that nourishes the soil, the warmth of the sun that bathes the meadow, the cool breeze that whispers through the branches, the very rocks and minerals that form the foundation of their world. An ecosystem is a living symphony, where every note, every instrument, plays a vital role. Finally, we stretch our awareness to the grandest scale of all, the biosphere. This is our entire planet, the thin, precious layer of Earth where life exists. From the deepest ocean trenches to the highest mountain peaks, from the frozen poles to the verdant tropics. The biosphere is the ultimate home, a singular, interconnected system of life that cradles us all. Ecology, in its vastness, gently overlaps with many other sciences, like a gentle stream flowing into a broader river. It intertwines with biogeography, exploring where life thrives across our planet, with evolutionary biology, understanding how life adapts and changes over millennia, with genetics, delving into the very blueprint of existence, with ethology, observing the delicate behaviors of creatures, and with natural history, remembering the stories of life through time. It is a unifying science, always seeking to understand the whole picture. At its core, ecology is a branch of biology, dedicated to the patient study of abundance, the sheer number of living beings in a place, of biomass, the collective weight of life, from the smallest microbe to the largest whale, and of distribution, how these organisms are spread across the landscape, like patterns woven into the Earth's fabric. All of this is observed within the intricate context of their environment, like understanding a song by listening to its melody and rhythm, but also by feeling the mood and intention of the composer. It encompasses the very processes of life itself, how a seed sprouts, how a bird builds its nest, how a fish navigates the currents. It delves into the countless interactions that unfold every moment, the bee visiting the flower, the bird feasting on berries, the roots of one plant sharing resources with another. It marvels at the breathtaking adaptations that allow life to flourish in the most improbable places, from the deep sea vents to the arid deserts, each an evolutionary whisper of survival and resilience. Ecology also traces the ceaseless movement of materials and energy through living communities. Think of the sun's golden light, transformed by a leaf into life-giving sugar, then consumed by an insect, which in turn feeds a bird, whose nutrients eventually return to the earth to nourish new life. It is an endless cycle, a cosmic dance of giving and receiving. This gentle flow, this ceaseless transformation, is fundamental to life. We explore primary production, the miraculous way plants harness energy, and nutrient cycling, the slow, patient journey of elements like nitrogen and phosphorus through the ecosystem, sustaining all. Niche construction, the way organisms modify their own environment, creating new spaces and opportunities for themselves and others, is another quiet wonder. And within this dance, we find the unfolding story of successional development of ecosystems. Imagine a field slowly becoming a forest over centuries, or a volcanic island gradually becoming covered in lush vegetation. These are stories of change, of growth, of continuous transformation, like a slow-motion ballet performed by nature itself. Within these living communities, we also observe the delicate balance of cooperation, where species work together in surprising harmony, perhaps sharing resources or protecting one another. We see competition, a gentle pressure that ensures only the most adapted thrive, refining life's forms over countless generations. And yes, we observe predation, which might sound stark, but is an essential part of the ecosystem's rhythm, a natural way of regulating populations and ensuring the health and strength of the whole. These are not battles, but rather intricate relationships that maintain a profound equilibrium. And finally, ecology marvels at the patterns of biodiversity, the astonishing variety of life on Earth, from the grandest redwood to the most microscopic bacterium. This diversity, this incredible richness, has a profound effect on ecosystem processes, adding resilience, strength, and beauty to our world. The insights gained from this patient study are not just theoretical musings. They have very real, very practical applications that touch our lives every day, often without us even realizing it. They guide conservation biology, helping us to protect the precious species and habitats that enrich our planet. They inform wetland management, recognizing the vital role these unique ecosystems play in filtering water and supporting diverse life. They shape natural resource management, ensuring we use the Earth's gifts wisely and sustainably. And they illuminate human ecology, helping us to understand our own place within these grand systems, and how our actions ripple through the intricate web of life. The term, ecology, itself, as we know it, was gently introduced to the world in 1866 by the German scientist R. and St. Haeckel. But the science truly began to blossom, to take on the form we recognize today, with a dedicated group of American botanists in the 1890s. They began to unravel the complex threads that bind life together. And at the very heart of modern ecological theory lie the profound, grounding concepts of evolution, the patient, slow unfolding of life's forms over time, and natural selection, the quiet, persistent process by which life adapts and finds its perfect fit within its environment. These are the cornerstones upon which our understanding of life's intricate dance is built. Let's linger for a moment on the concept of ecosystems. They are not static snapshots, but dynamically interacting systems. Imagine a living, breathing entity, where every part is in constant communication. The organisms, the communities they form, and the non-living components of their environment, the soil, the air, the water, the sunlight, are all interwoven. Ecosystem processes, like the primary production we mentioned, where sunlight becomes life, or the nutrient cycling, where elements endlessly journey through soil, plant, and animal, or even niche construction, where beavers build dams and create wetlands. All these processes gently regulate the flux of energy and matter through an environment. They are like the Earth's own internal mechanisms, maintaining balance. Ecosystems possess these subtle, yet powerful, biophysical feedback mechanisms. These are the Earth's ways of moderating the processes that act upon its living and non-living components. Think of a forest transpiring moisture, creating clouds that bring rain, which in turn nourishes the forest. Or ocean currents distributing warmth, influencing global climate patterns. These are vast, natural regulatory systems, ensuring the planet's continued vitality. And in return, these incredible ecosystems sustain life-supporting functions and provide what we gently call ecosystem services. These are the invaluable gifts that nature provides, often silently, without expectation. Imagine the biomass production, the food that nourishes us, the fuel that warms us, the fibers that clothe us, the medicines that heal us. These are all products of thriving ecosystems. They regulate our climate, a global thermostat ensuring our comfort. They orchestrate global biogeochemical cycles, the grand, planetary recycling programs that keep the elements of life flowing. They perform the miracle of water filtration, purifying the rivers and streams that quench our thirst. They are the patient architects of soil formation, creating the very ground beneath our feet. They stand guard, offering erosion control and flood protection, shielding us from nature's more powerful aspects. And beyond all these practical benefits, they offer countless other natural features of scientific, historical, economic, and intrinsic value: the sheer beauty of a sunset over a pristine wilderness, the quiet wonder of a soaring eagle, the comforting presence of an ancient tree. These are the gifts of a healthy, functioning planet, sustaining us in ways both seen and unseen. Now, let's gently consider the scale of these magnificent systems. Ecosystems vary from the truly tiny to the overwhelmingly vast. Imagine a single tree, standing tall and proud. In the grand scheme of an entire forest ecosystem, it might seem like just one element. Yet, for the countless organisms that live in and on that very tree, the insects burrowing into its bark, the birds nesting in its branches, the mosses clinging to its trunk, that single tree is critically, profoundly relevant. Consider a single leaf, gently unfurling in the spring breeze. Over its lifespan, several generations of a tiny aphid population might come and go, living out their entire existence on its surface. And each of those aphids, in turn, silently supports diverse bacterial communities, unseen worlds thriving within even tinier worlds. This illustrates a profound truth: the nature of connections in ecological communities cannot be fully explained by simply knowing the details of each species in isolation. It's like trying to understand a symphony by listening to each instrument separately. The true, emergent pattern, the beauty of the whole, is neither revealed nor predicted until the ecosystem is studied as an integrated, interconnected whole. It is a whisper of wisdom, reminding us that true understanding comes from embracing the entirety, the exquisite dance of all its parts. Within the expansive study of ecology, there are two main paths of inquiry, like two gentle rivers flowing into the same ocean, each with its own focus. We have population and community ecology, which tends to focus on the quiet questions of where organisms are found, their distribution, and how many of them exist, their abundance. It's like counting the stars and charting their positions in the night sky. Then, we have ecosystem ecology, which shifts its gaze to the profound journey of materials and energy fluxes. It asks, how does the sunlight flow through the system? How do nutrients cycle and recycle, sustaining life? It's like understanding the currents and tides that move through the cosmic ocean. Both perspectives are vital, offering different windows into the grand narrative of life. To make sense of this beautiful complexity, the biological world is organized into a kind of gentle hierarchy, a ladder of understanding, ranging in scale from the smallest to the largest. As far as ecology is concerned, we begin with the individual organism, then move to populations of similar organisms, then to guilds, groups of species that exploit the same resources in a similar way, like different types of birds all feeding on insects, then to vibrant communities of interacting species, then to the all-encompassing ecosystems, stretching further to vast biomes. Large regions characterized by distinct climate and plant/animal life, like deserts or rainforests. And finally, up to the ultimate level of our entire biosphere, the living planet itself. This framework is sometimes called the panarchy, a recognition that these levels are not rigidly separated, but flow into and influence one another, often in nonlinear ways. What does this mean, this idea of nonlinear behaviors? It's a gentle reminder that in nature, cause and effect are not always proportional. A small, seemingly insignificant change in one critical variable, perhaps a slight decrease in the number of tiny nitrogen-fixing bacteria in the soil, could lead to disproportionate, perhaps even irreversible, changes in the system's properties. It's like a quiet whisper that can sometimes set off an unexpected echo, reminding us of the profound sensitivity and interconnectedness of all things. And now, let us softly turn our attention to one of the most precious concepts in ecology: biodiversity. This beautiful term, an abbreviation of biological diversity, describes the astonishing variety of life itself, from the infinitesimally small genes that carry the blueprints of existence, all the way up to the vast tapestry of ecosystems. It spans every single level of biological organization, a celebration of life's boundless creativity. Biodiversity is a concept that holds many interpretations, like a multifaceted gemstone, reflecting light in countless ways. Scientists have developed many gentle ways to index, measure, characterize, and represent its complex organization, trying to capture the sheer richness of life. It encompasses various dimensions: species diversity, the incredible array of different kinds of organisms; ecosystem diversity, the variety of habitats, communities, and ecological processes; and genetic diversity, the variation within a single species, ensuring its resilience and adaptability. Scientists are deeply interested in how this immense diversity affects the complex ecological processes that operate at and among all these respective levels. It is the very engine of life's resilience. This biodiversity plays such an incredibly important role in providing those ecosystem services we spoke of earlier, the natural functions that maintain, and indeed, improve the quality of human life. Imagine how a diverse array of plants can filter water more effectively, or how a variety of insects can pollinate crops more efficiently, ensuring our food supply. Biodiversity delivers these vital services across all the heterogeneous, varied landscapes of our real world, influenced by human management and environmental conditions. It is the natural capital, the living wealth, that sustains us all. To nurture and protect this invaluable natural heritage, conservation priorities and management techniques require different, thoughtful approaches and considerations to address the full ecological scope of biodiversity. The natural capital that supports populations, the rich soil, the clean water, the pure air, is absolutely critical for maintaining these ecosystem services. We see evidence of this when these services are lost. For example, the decline in riverine fish populations that undertake long runs or migrations can disrupt food webs, affecting other species that depend on them. Or the loss of avian populations that naturally control insect pests can lead to outbreaks and damage to crops. These are subtle reminders of how truly interconnected everything is, and how the loss of one thread can weaken the entire tapestry. An understanding of biodiversity, therefore, has profound practical applications for those who plan for the conservation of species and ecosystems. It guides their recommendations to consulting firms, governments, and industries, helping us all to make wiser choices for the future of our shared home. As we gently bring our journey to a close, allow these concepts to settle within you, like soft dust motes settling in a beam of moonlight. The profound interconnectedness of life, the delicate balance of ecosystems, the quiet wisdom of nature's cycles, the breathtaking beauty of biodiversity, these are not just scientific facts, but invitations to a deeper appreciation of our world. Rest now, knowing that you are a part of this grand, magnificent tapestry. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, connects you to the intricate dance of life on this planet. May the stillness of this knowledge bring you a profound sense of peace. Sleep well, dear listener. May your dreams be filled with the quiet wonder and the gentle harmony of our living, breathing home. Good night.